Thaddeus made a mad dash for the cave. He scrambled over the wet boulders at the cave's entrance. His paws slipped and he toppled headfirst into the cave. He twisted and landed upon all fours. For the first several steps, the floor was damp, slick stone. But as he moved inward, the ground dried. The warm red glow flickered like the fire in a hearth, one of Thaddeus's favorite things. He glanced up and stared at the great stalactites jutting from the ceiling like teeth. His tiny mouth dropped open. He put a paw forward, and the ground slipped beneath him with a clinking sound. He stepped again. Clink, clink, clink came each paw fall. He nudged at one of the strange pebbles, flat and perfectly round, smooth and cold, gleaming in the firelight. Coins? Thaddeus didn't have much use for such things, but he knew humans liked them. He vaguely remembered when Hermes had chosen him from a farm cat's litter to be the princess's gift. Hermes had given the farmer 2 of these coin things, and the farmer had seemed quite pleased, even though Hermes had clearly gotten the better end of that deal. Coins were cold, hard, and not tasty. What was the use of such objects? No wonder they'd been left in a cave. The only treasure that interested Thaddeus was the source of the light. Light meant fire. Fire meant warmth. Warmth meant dry. Also, someone must have started the fire, which meant there might be humans here. Humans who could feed and care for him. Water dripped from Thaddeus's whiskers. He left wet paw prints as he picked his way over the pile of gold. Coins loosened and slid down the hill in a tinkering avalanche. Thaddeus paused. Had anybody heard that? He listened, both ears stretching towards the ceiling. He heard something, a repetitive wheezing in and out, like the bellows the maid used on the fire. Lowering onto his belly, Thaddeus crept to the top of the coins and gazed into the center of the cave. There, curled among the coins and chests, gems and pearls, lay the largest creature Thaddeus had ever seen. Terror gripped the kitten. His tail stuck straight up. It glistened bright green, with scales like a fish, but solid and dry, rather than supple and covered in butter and lemon juice. Claws, similar in shape to Thaddeus's, but twice the size of his whole body, tipped each of the monster's 4 limbs. Great bat-like wings rested in folds at its sides. He remembered seeing a picture of one in Clarice's books. A dragon. Thaddeus doubted if the creature would fit in King Victor's throne room. A creature like this could swallow him without even noticing. As bad as outside was, inside the cave was worse. Where could he go now? Thankfully, the dragon's eyes were closed. If Thaddeus backed out slowly... He stepped backwards, and something within the pile shifted. The surface Thaddeus had been standing on rolled forward, pulling him with it. He landed on his back, even closer to the dragon. The dragon moved, and Thaddeus stiffened. He watched as the creature's tail swept back and forth, scattering treasure, then curled around his body, the tip of it touching his snout. Thaddeus sat up and tilted his head to the side. The pose the dragon now held was comfortingly cat-like. Clarice's bedtime stories occasionally involved dragons. They kidnapped princesses and fought knights. Usually they lost. Thaddeus could not remember one story, however, where they ate cats. And why would they? To a beast that size, Thaddeus wouldn't be a crumb. A fire crackled near the dragon's head. Thaddeus moved forward. He wondered if dragons spoke human or practical animal tongue. If animal, maybe he could ask to stay, if only until the storm ceased. The coins were spread thinly here and barely clanked as he walked across them. Reaching the dragon's side, he placed his paw upon the large, leathery wing. The dragon didn't notice. Thaddeus grew bolder. Heat rose off the dragon's body, making the kitten sleepy. He yawned and swayed on his feet. He settled into the cleft between the dragon's tail and body and curled into a tight, fluffy yellow ball. Immediately, Thaddeus fell into a deep sleep.